to speak something from Bhagavad Gita. So I would like to start from Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padanshah Ganalalita Shri Vishakhavitamsha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So we are in the chapter of Karma Yoga, in which Lord Shri Krishna was telling in the previous shlokas that how one should act, how one should live, and how one should perform his prescribed duties as prescribed in the scriptures and as prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. So in the previous shlok, Krishna was telling that if I did not perform prescribed duties, all this world would be put into ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. Of course, we follow so many leaders, so many icons we have whom we follow. But the greatest leader, the greatest icon, the greatest eternal father of all of us, Sri Krishna, if he would not follow the righteousness, then whose footprints we will follow? That's why in every yug, he comes to this Dharadham to save his devotees and to re-establish dharma and to let us understand that how we should live our life and how we should act. So today we will listen or discuss Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 shlok number 25. सक्तः कर्मण्य अविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद् विद्वांस्तथा सक्तश्चिकीर्षु लोकसङ्ग्रहम्. Once more. सक्ताः कर्मण्य अविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद् विद्वांस्तथा सक्तश्चिकीर्षु लोकसङ्ग्रहम्. The translation: as the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act but without attachment for the sake of leading people on the right path. Once again, as the ignorant people perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act but without attachment for the sake of leading people on the right path. So in this shloka, we will understand two different types of people. One is avidvams and another is vidvams. Avidvams means the ignorant or the foolish people, and vidvams means intelligent people, those who have the knowledge of absolute truth, the knowledge of the absolute personality, the supreme personality of Godhead. According to Padma Puran, there are 84 lakhs of species in this universe, 84 lakhs, out of which the rarest form and the greatest opportunity uh, that is gotten by the human life. So we are the rarest and the luckiest species as we have the developed consciousness within us, which other species don't have. Even after getting this rarest opportunity, this greatest form of life, today in this situation, we are not able to understand what is the essence of life, why we have gotten this life, and what we should do, how we should perform our activities, our duties. So, therefore, Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita that these two types of people are there. There are avidvams and vidvams. So, after we got this human form of life, Krishna made four divisions of people, of humans, like Brahman and Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, according to their, on the basis of their qualities, nature, or occupation. But slowly, what happened? This authenticity or originality, which was present in our Shastra, which we used to read, that that got lost. And now we have so many divisions on the basis of ridiculous things like religion, caste, creed, and on the basis of standard of living. Like we have so many classes of people in the society, which is not right actually. The four the four categories made by God. He said in Chatur Varnyam Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashu. That is on the basis of qualities or occupation. One was divided into these four qualities, these four categories. So now in the purport we'll see mm, a person in Krishna consciousness and a person not in Krishna consciousness are differentiated by different desires. A Krishna conscious person does not do anything which is not conducive to development of Krishna conscious. Yes, as we are discussing about our Vidvams and Vidvams, we will uh, link them with the Vidvams, the intelligent one, are the Krishna conscious people, those who are in bhakti, and our vidvams are the ignorant or the foolish people. And we are not considering here the vidvams as like the educated people about engineer or doctors or any scholars. We are talking about bhakti, who knows about the absolute truth, the absolute knowledge, not this materialistic. So here it is said that a person in Krishna conscious and a person not in Krishna consciousness are differentiated by different desires. So we often see around us that we have so many senior devotees also, and also non-devotees. They both are working in high-profile jobs, and people are studying the same thing. Everything is same. If we look from outer side, so what is the difference then? The Krishna conscious people, they are also eating that food only. They're sleeping, they're studying, they're going to office, they're working. So what is the difference between them? The difference comes in the mindset, in the desire. What both of them desire to get in this life. So the Krishna conscious person, he always thinks that what will I do to satisfy Krishna? But the non-devotee, the non-Krishna conscious person, he always thinks to acquire things for himself only. That is the selfish desire. What he thinks that I'll get this, that, I want everything for me. But the person in Krishna consciousness, he always thinks that what will I do to satisfy Krishna, and what I should eat, what I should make to make Krishna happy so that I will be happy, because we all know that the only thing which can give us happiness is the bonding or the connection with the Supreme. Nothing else can give us happiness in this material world. So, as here mentioned, the next line, he may even act exactly like the ignorant person who is too much attached to material activities, but one is engaged in such activities for the satisfaction of his his sense gratification, whereas the other is engaged for the satisfaction of Krishna, as we discussed now. The non-Krishna conscious person, he will always think to acquire things more and more with that lusty desires and all. Whereas the Krishna conscious person, he would be happy in the small things also by offering it to Krishna. Therefore, the Krishna conscious person is required to show the people how to act and how to engage the results of action for the purpose of Krishna consciousness. Yes, like our senior Vaishnavas, our Maharaj, they all are spreading this message. They all are educating us about Krishna consciousness, about our Shastra, to bring that inner happiness and to make this life peaceful and get out of this cycle of birth and death. So, from this two kinds of people, we have a very nice shloka also. Yad yad acharati shreshthas tat tat evetaro janah sa yad pramanam kurute lokastat anuvartate. In the previous, I think, previous shlok we had, whatever action a great man performs, the common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Yes, as initially I was telling that we follow so many icons, so many idols, and from our previous generations also we had so many like freedom fighters, which people, the youth used to follow and admire so much. So we have the greatest leader, Krishna, in our life, from whom we learn everything. The knowledge comes from him. So, likewise, in today's world, we'll see that there are so-called leaders or social media influencers, like we can see Bollywood actors, dancers. They are creating such a negative impact in our society. All the youth are getting affected from them. They are thinking that, okay, this is the path we should follow. That negative impact brings wrong direction against dharma, against shastra, leading us to durgati. And other side, this is the side, and another side we had Krishna and Arjun, the best example. Like Arjuna was hesitating to do his prescribed duties, as he was thinking that how would I fight against my own kingsman or against my family. So he was hesitating to fight, he didn't want. But Krishna then told him the whole knowledge, absolute knowledge. He spoke Gita to him so that he understands that what is the meaning of life and what is the purpose of this life. So that is a very greatest example of a leader. And they did it. They didn't want to fight actually, Krishna and Arjun. They also took that Shanti Prastav to Duryodhan so that they avoid the war, avoid violence. But the other side of Duryodhan, they really wanted to fight after making such mischiefs and all. Even after that, also they wanted to make this big violence. After that, so we should understand that sometimes the being right or a peaceful argument, if it doesn't bring any conclusion, then we have to take violation also. So this was it. Now we'll have so many examples of Vidvansh people. Um, Once what happened in Juhu, I think Radha Rasbihari temple, before it was built, Prabhupada wanted to uh, buy that land. And at the same time, a businessman also wanted to buy that land only. So what happened then afterwards, Prabhupada got that land, and today the Radha Rasbihari temple is situated there. So a businessman wanted to make a restaurant there, but Prabhupada wanted to make a temple there. So what's the difference? Both are made by the same raw materials, cement, brick, stones, and etc. And same amount of money is also invested there. Even I think the businessman would have invested more. So what is the difference here, and what is the center? In today's temple of Radha Bihari, the center they kept is Krishna, the center of attraction, the center of everything is Krishna there, and it enhances everybody's life through prosperity, through prayers, blessings, and all the devotional services going on there. But what if there was a restaurant there? it would lead to enhancement of negative things, all the mischievous thing like intoxication, gambling, um, and external affairs and unethical practices like such of this would lead to degradation of mankind, durgati. And on the other hand, the temples are making unnati in one's life. So this is the difference between a vidvamsh and vidvamsh. Another common example is of Samudra Manthan. We all know that was between Asuras and Devtas. So what happened? Both Asuras and Devtas were working so hard for getting that Amrit Kalash. But what happened then? At last, Lord Vishnu gave that Amrit Kalash to Devtas. Why? So both of them worked hard. Actually, the Asuras worked more harder than the Devtas, but the Devtas got the Amrit Kalash. Why? Because of the consciousness, or the Devtas were under the shelter of Krishna. They performed their actions according to the instructions of Krishna, but the Asuras didn't. They were only to get that for their own sense gratification with their lusty desires. They just wanted for themselves only. That's why the Amrit Kalash was given to Devtas. So this is a very nice example of our Vidvamsha and Vidvamsha. One more very great personality we know, that is Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He's such a great devotee. At his time, he was a district magistrate in his place. Even after having such a busy schedule, so many responsibilities, he used to do bhakti very sincerely, very nicely. And today, if we will do something, it will which will take 2 hours, he used to complete it in 2 minutes. He used to complete it so fast, so nicely, and after that, he used to get himself engaged in devotional service, and he used to write books. He used to write so many bhajans, and he went for preaching. So today we are listening about him. He was such a great devotee. And we have so many senior devotees also we see around us. They have so much of so greater high profile jobs. After that also they are balancing their work, their professional life, and doing bhakti at the same time. So we have to understand that um in today's world we are not in that state or that position that we will do bhakti very nicely, because our environment has been polluted in this materialistic desires and all. It's not that pure situation that we will do very nicely bhakti. It is very difficult. That's why we have to understand that we have to do our professional and personal lives also. In the same time, we have to balance doing bhakti in it. So, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj also, in his autobiography, Ocean of Mercy, he wrote a very nice line that when he went to a temple for the first time, which temple I don't remember, there he saw that people have been given some forms to fill, those new people who wanted to join temple from the next time. Now, today we are taking WhatsApp number and all, but that time they used to fill the form, their address and some personal details. So Bhakti Swami Maharaj, he saw that in that form, a very nice line was written. That he told that this line touched my heart so much, and it was written that I will never do anything which will harm the respect of Srila Prabhupada. How beautiful! Because many we see nowadays, especially for social media only, we see so many people, they are putting tilak and wearing gopi dress or dhoti, and they are making reels, and unethically they are dancing or singing in Bollywood songs. But that is not the actual Vaishnav culture that we have read or that we are gaining knowledge about. As Prabhupada was very serious on this mission of Hare Krishna movement, therefore, we should understand that all our acharan, all our gesture, behavior has a very greater impact on others, because we are surrounded by so many people. It may happen that some people, there must be little of wish to do bhakti, but if we will do like this, they will think, okay, bhakti is like that. We will just put tilak and we can do anything, we can dance, we can have uh, intoxication and all. So this is not correct. It will hamper the state of Krishna consciousness. And as Prabhupada has given us four regulative principles, we must understand that four regulative principles are not given from his mind only. It has relevance with our Shastra. It is very important. We have the four pillars of Dharma, which is Satya, Daya, and Tapa and Suchi. Satya, Daya, Tapa, and Suchi are the four pillars of Dharma, as mentioned in scriptures. And we have four regulative principles, that is, not no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit relationship. So the first one, when we are having meat, having non-veg, at that time what do we do? We kill different organisms, different creatures. When we are killing someone, then the first pillar of dharma, that is daya, is being lost. Obviously, when we are killing someone, then that means we don't have any kindness or compassion towards other creatures. So the first pillar of dharma is destroyed here, daya. So next we have gambling. The next pillar is satya or truthfulness. So when we are doing gambling, we are doing so much of politics. We tell so much of lie and all. So at that time, we are losing our truthfulness inside us. So the second pillar, that is satya, it is destroyed here. The third one, intoxication, no intoxication. So when we are doing some nasha or intoxication like cigarette or alcohol or even tea and coffee which has been put in it, when we are doing that, we are not in a stable state. So how will we do our tapa? How will we do our tapasya to achieve God, to get back to God? So here the third pillar, tapa, is destroyed. And the last one, we have no illicit relation. So in the fourth pillar is shuchi. Shuchi means pureness, purity. So when we are having external affairs or um, illegal relationships, then the purity in us gets destroyed. So these four are the four pillars of dharma and the four regulative principles which are interconnected. So we must understand that why Prabhupada has given these four regulative principles to follow. It has so much relevance, so much importance in our life that these four basic principles should be followed by a Vaishnava. So nothing is just lame and something in Krishna consciousness. Everything has its importance. So we should always remember that our acharan has an impact on everybody. And and one more important thing is that we are following Krishna consciousness, but we should always remember that we should never judge or criticize others. If someone is eating meat or someone don't know about what is Krishna conscious and he's uh, behaving in a different way, in a negative way, we should never judge actually, because we never know when Krishna's mercy will be on them and they will become a pure devotee. That's why we should always be humble and compassionate and kindness towards others, as we have a very nice line that Jive Daya Nama Ruchi. First of all, we have to bring that kindness or compassionate character, personality in ourselves, so that when we will have compassion or kindness towards other, not only humans, every creature around us, we should have compassion. Then only the taste in the Harinam will come within us. That is the thing. Yes, we'll come back to the shloka again once more. सक्तः कर्मण्य अविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्यात् विद्वांस तथा शक्तः चिकीर्षु लोकसंग्रहम means the people in general. So as the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path. So we got to know about two kinds of people here: the intelligent one and the foolish people, or the ignorant one. So we understood that karma has to be done. definitely, because we are here for doing our prescribed duty in this world. But there should be non attachment or detachment towards the fruit, because we should always think that whatever we will get, Krishna will look for it. We don't have to worry. So, we should always think about the mode of service, devotional service, and not about what we will be acquire, what fruit will we get, and why are we not getting this or that. So that should be the mode of surrender. And the intelligent people or the Gyanis in scriptures should guide and also act in such a way that others are being educated about Krishna consciousness and how to act, how to live in this world. And it is the responsibility of the Vidwams people, of the intelligent people, or we bhaktas, that even if we have little bit of knowledge about Bhagavad Gita and all, we should always share with others and let them know. As our Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are preaching to others. This is the greatest thing we can do in life to be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this was it from my side, and I beg your forgiveness if I have made something mistake. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.